That's Tesla over there, Tessie. She's hanging out with me. We're just hanging out in that nice room where we can see the sky and stuff. And this is just a quick video to show you this really interesting rock stone I found this summer. And I was like, I saw it, like I love to dig in the earth. I love to like stack rocks and do balancing, and I collect rocks. I bring them to other states to leave them like I did in Utah. And I might be going there again in the next few days. And my friends are showing me videos about Utah and things I should check out. But anyways, this Loki mask I found. Oops, I said it. It looks like a Loki mask, I swear. It's right here on my lap. I have not cleaned it at all. I just put it like on a paper towel and it's just been sitting here. And one of my friends on YouTube, ClearBlueJay, she's awesome. And I consider us like, we're all connected, but like some people you're connecting with sooner. And I like to call it merged. So it almost sounds like married or merged. I hope you don't mind. I could be the child to you because I'm learning from you and I appreciate that. Thank you. You are doing amazing videos. I'm going to put your link down below. And I really do encourage anybody that watches my videos to watch ClearBlueJay's videos. And a blue jay just flew by. She's amazing, and she is today's voice. And she's got it. She's got it. There's other people too that got it. But I'm focusing on you, ClearBlueJay, because of your recent videos. I can't even remember the names of things because I need to watch them again. You're educating me. It's the mermaid with the tail. It's the lady of the river. It's Marina, and then those other folks, the hybrids of humans and such. But your Loki story, I really don't know much about Loki. All right, so it's like part of it. And if somebody has the other half, maybe we put it together. So here it is. Well, I got my finger up your nose. And there it is. I found that in this yard here this year. And I knew I found something really special. I saw it and I said, wow. I mean, look at the mold just growing on it, like right there. I mean, this is authentic. Something I found in the earth talking to me. And if you have the other half, let's get merged. And I don't mean married because, that's part of my story. And some folks knew me over this past year with my YouTube channel. I started September 19th. No kidding. That is my birthday here on YouTube, to challenge myself, to share myself. It was hard. It was really hard to show my face, my voice, and tell my story. It's something I would challenge. I've been doing that my whole life. I challenge myself to do the next thing, to push the next thing. Here, I'll angle myself differently so you can see outside. It snowed here recently, but and like Lone Eagle said yesterday, he was on the rabbit and he said something like someone showed a picture that they drew of him, and he's like, is that me? It looks like me as an elf. And he said something about having silver hair, and he goes, you know what? I can't wait for my hair to turn silver, because that means it turns silver because you earned it. So here's the results also with showing the Loki mask of my berry concoction. I'll do that video too. So I literally made a berry concoction and put it in my hair. And you can see that I still have my silver strands. So even like since 2015, when I went to a foreign country in Tajikistan, I thought about it even like before I went. I was like, it was one of those times to dye my hair. And I'm like, you know what? You know, and I've been meeting people from like Afghanistan and stuff like that. And I thought, doesn't it make sense to just let your hair be what it's supposed to be? And I thought about authenticity. And I thought about, maybe I should let it go, let it go. And it's just this tough time where you got the cool color. Gosh, I didn't even comb my hair today. And it's like the cool color here, right? And then it goes right into bloop, like whatever. So it's like, I did get on this like rant where I'm like, oh, I can find someone that can dye my hair gray, you know, and then it'll be growing and normal. So I don't know what to do, but blah, blah, blah. That is so like superficial. It's plastic, but Loki, la 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 Loki, Loki. So I literally, here's my story. You could talk the talk or you could walk the walk. And like a switch, it just goes click. Before Christmas last year, you know, before Christmas, I didn't push it off. I knew I needed to get divorced. I was married since 1995. And it was a great marriage, and we had great kids. We have great kids. We have a great marriage. It's timeless. And I told him that when we signed the papers on October 10th. You know, it's timeless. It's like it's still there. You can't take that away. You know, you take it away if you rewrite it and you edit it yourself. You edit it to something else. No way. You got all those pictures. You have all those memories. You have all that time. And we still have that time together, he and I. But I just don't consent to this matrix programming of, I'm your spouse, I'm your wife. I mean, it still happened. Like even at Honda dealership, they're putting the Mr. name before the Mrs. name. And even when you do your tax returns, I'm written as spouse. And it's like, we're equals. It's like, no, he's the main. And it's like, dude, I'm making more money than you? Well, no, it was pretty equal. I'm sorry. I should like get a fake name when I talk about him. And I'll say his name like that, you know, like the name, I'll have this pseudo name for him. I'll have to think about that because there's a lot of memories going through my mind, like la 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 la. Because I don't want to call him Dada, you know, like that means dad. Like that's what I call him to our sons, and he has his formal name. I'll think about that. But anyways, so there I am before Christmas last year. I believe it was like even before the winter, oh my God, I'm like solstice, equinox, it's solstice. Telling him it's time to move on. You know, he always said that if you felt like you wanted to go see other people or do something else or not, you know, be in this marriage, to let him know. Don't just start doing things on my own. And it was time. It's a come to Jesus moment. Hallelujah. Come to Jesus. We all the light. You know, even with light bows or sun waves or love light bows, as opposed to rainbows, you know, it's raining out there, sure, but you know what? We see rainbows without rain. It doesn't rain on us. So it's love light bows. Thank you, ClearBlueJay. You said that. Love light bows. I was just saying light bows. So love light bows. They're out there. And the sun's out there. Thank you, sun. It's pink. It's pink out. Yeah. So, I was true to myself with a respect towards my husband. And he understood it, and it was a sad time for all of us, the whole family. But it had to happen. And honestly, and it's so sad, and I've said this to my friends, it was like easier taking care of my own personal life than it was with my work life. You know, things were not working out for me at work electronically. And that's part of what ClearBlueJay talks about in her videos, is her theories upon different types of beings that have troubles with technology. And I was having a terrible time with technology. I couldn't get my work done. I just would tell them that things weren't working for me, and things would reset, and they wouldn't allow me access and all this stuff. And it's like I was a tenth of what I was before. I was so much more. I could do so much and be so fast, and now everybody caught up to me. And I was slowed down and hampered and was constantly, it's a white collar job. And you know what? I'm one of the pioneers of standing desks. I used to makeshift desks all the time until they decided to buy some of these desks. I won't even do a commercial for it, but now you see it on all the shows and you see it everywhere. And, you know, and I was like the weirdo that stood while I worked. It, you know, you just take the cubicle part and you can just like lift it up. Like there's like layers, there's like little latches that you can just go, oh, instead of being at latch number 32, you could go click, 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 click up to latch whatever, you know, where your ergonomics in your arm is like at a right angle, you know, comfortably, you know, where you don't feel any tension and things. And then you could just, you know, walk side to side and kind of lose, you know, like be active. So I'm gaining weight here, you know, because part of my story is about how I walked out of my job October 24th on the full moon. You know, it was a full moon. It was like, boom, full moon, baby, energies. And it was just like, I'm not gonna take it. And that was during the time when there was like this $1 billion lotto thing going on. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need some fake story about some $1 billion lotto thing. I am priceless. And my time is priceless. And going through that inertia, you know, and being treated like a, excuse the language, a retard, you know, like you just don't get it. And that's no disparaging remarks about our special needs community at all. It was just like, so yesterday. But for me to reflect and realize, why was it so hard to walk away from that job? And you know what? Being divorced helped me walk away from that job. That commute, being treated like that, like exchanging your time for money. If that's what you want money and you're willing to slave away your time, then you can have money. Tobias Lars comes to mind right now, the way he talks. And I just, you know, deep cleansing breath, he'd say. Tobias, T-O-B-I-S. Last name, Lars, L-A-R-S. He's in Sedona, Arizona. He's amazing too. ClearBlueJay. ClearBlueJay, we gotta talk. Lady, we gotta talk. Because I've got someone I want you to meet. And you two have been synchronistic these last few days about your conversations, about things you're realizing. And it would be really, really helpful for just to participate and hear the two of you talk and exchange ideas. It would be amazing. And they even have it on video, like the audio. That would be pretty cool. I'm sorry, I just keep rambling. This was supposed to be a quick video. But it's like my life story, you know, and the kids, they understand. And they're not kids, they're young men. And, you know, I have examples of knowing that I was awake and aware. I just didn't know there was other people. You know what? That's probably it. It's like a phase shift. Like I was the only awake and aware person where I used to live. The reality that I was in. Because a lot of us are theorizing that we're bringing our multi-dimensions together. Snap, new earth, baby. And we're just, you know, subtle energies on our way into merging. Ah, there's the word again. We're merging. We're merging. It's pink. It's pink out. Pink out. It's pink over there. So yeah, like for instance, I mean, 1995, think about it, do the math. I mean, 20-something years married, right? And he's a typical cool American dude, you know, like, you know, when we had our first baby in 1999, we had two, the other one was in 2001, you know, we had the conversation, here we go, for those for the weak and weary, I don't want to hear about circumcision, please push stop now. We talked about it. It's like, should we get our boy, because we only have one, circumcised? And this is where I know I was awake and aware, because I used the logic of hearing the horrors of some other country and them doing things on females, and everybody's in consensus that that is a terrible thing, and why do you do it? And I was like, snap, bing, why are we doing it to our men? Oh, it's health reasons, people could die. I'm like, what? Because you take extra skin off of the genital? Why are you taking... All right, so I'm not making fun of anybody, and I'm not saying any religions are wrong. I'm not. I'm just saying my husband and I, we were clear enough to know we're not doing that. And I said, you know what? I don't... It's like, but everybody wants their son to look like their dad. I was like, sure, that's cool. No judgment. No judgment. You know, things are the way they are. People are playing out the plans that they planned. You know, people are learning the lessons that they want to learn, you know, with their body or with their decisions or how they do things. But the realization for me and for me to share was knowing that I was awake and aware in my own multi-dimensional space as I merge over here with you all. Y'all, Loki baby. Loki baby. See how big Loki is? Loki is the size of a face. It's a Loki. Hello. So they're not circumcised. And then I came across on Netflix, there's an actual documentary about circumcision, and I stopped watching it because I started watching it and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta share this with my friend, because my friend has a lot of theories about the circumcision and what's going on with that. Like, what are they doing with the extra skin? Like, I don't know. But I don't know. I just think about my parts being altered, and if they were, I'm pretty pissed off about it, honestly. Because part of that movie is about how if people are born a certain way, they should have the right to have the body they were born with. Snap. Boom. Drop the mic. If you're born that way, and, you know, it's not a life-altering thing, or it's not, you know, I don't know. It's like, it's just an extra skin flap. If I had an extra skin flap, that, you know what I mean? If I had anything extra, or is it really right to alter children, infants, babies, because their parent wants them to be a certain gender if they're born with both? And I'm not claiming I was. I mean, I've had these conversations with my mom, I actually have. Because I'm very tomboy, and, you know, and I guess I have an equal balance of male and feminine aspects. What does that mean? What does it really mean? Why do we even do this thing about gender? I really don't understand it. I get it. One thing sticks out and one it sticks in. Okay? And when you put them together, it makes life. All right? Riddle me this, Batman. What if in Eden, and I said this out loud to a friend on Discord, what if eating the apple was a way of separating into two genders? That we were whole. We were whole. We were merged. Ooh, there's that word again. We were whole. And then, because our eyes were open according to the story, Chinese whispers, telephone game, You know, you're in a classroom. There's 30 kids. I don't know, 8th grade. Teacher says, I'm going to say a phrase to Sally, and Sally's going to say it to Jake, and Jake's going to say it to Eric, and Eric's going to say it to Joe, and Joe's going to say it to Mary, all the way down to Shell. And what's Shell going to say? Whatever that story was, or whatever that sentence was, no matter what, when it gets through 30 people and their perspectives and what they thought they heard, when it gets to Shell, it's completely different. It's a completely different story. They call that the telephone game. So it's like telling stories through eons, telling stories, even writing them down and translating. And that was another thing my friend said on Discord. He said that, you know, his name's Harley428. Great guy. You should go to his channel. I'll put his channel below too. Yeah, he's a really good guy. He said, you know, what about translating all that? Like when you translate it from one language to another language, you don't actually have the right word, but you kind of put a perspective on it and you kind of change it. And I'm not saying the good book is wrong. I'm not saying the good book is bad. I'm not saying the good book, the Bible, or any other, the Quran, Old Testament, New Testament. I can't insert something religious here in my mouth. I'm not saying any of them are wrong or anything like that. Oh, I just realized I go like this. Maybe you can see blue jays. It's not just one blue jay. There's a lot of blue jays. Oh my gosh, the sun's like, Rah. It looks very white out. It's because of my lighting in here. Put this on double speed. I'll write that in it too. And you'll get through my voice. And I can talk like this really fast. I'll talk like an elf. I'm just thinking about when I left work. And I knew it while I was there. I'm like, this is so three-dimensional, so low density, so tough and hard. And I'm like, but I'm bringing the light. I'm here to bring the light. And this is when I'm going to shake you, wake you. It's you, inside you. Take care of you. I mean, it's nice that you're helping people and people can see your light, but you know what? You just need to be there for a mere moment. You don't need to slave there. They get it. They get it just by you breathing. That's it. Done. You know, the radius of my breath. Tessie, baby. I'll show you Tessie. And then we'll go. I mean, there's so much I can tell you about me, and it's cool. And whatever. We all have our stories. I just ClearBlueJay. I'm watching all your videos today. I'm doing a ClearBlueJay marathon. I am. I'm going to watch all your videos. I love your first video from 7 years ago. Hot. You might want to edit your real name off the end, chickie. It's so funny. I'm just going to share it with my boys. So, back to circumcision, you know, my boys aren't circumcised. And you know what? My brother gets it too. His son isn't circumcised. TMI. What? And you know what? My half-sister-in-law, because this is, you know, my husband's half-sister, her twins are not circumcised. And, so somehow we get it. And, those boys, my boy is going to be 20 this year. And, you know, no, you know, that's Garrett. And Nolan is going to be, oh my God, Nolan, you're going to be 18. Men. And that's why I moved away. They are men. And, you know, one's in college and, you know, the other is a senior. And he called me today about college stuff. And he's independent. He's off and doing his thing. He doesn't need me hovering over him. You know, mothering him. He's done. I mothered him. I'm done. You know, like Keeper with the kittens. She's like, you're done. Here's a couple flying squirrels. Figure out how to get it yourself. Boop. You're done. Well, you know what I mean. Go forth and multiply. Anyway, there's the Loki Mask. Hello. And there's my silver hair. Hello. And, you know, my best advice about divorce or leaving a job you know, and moving, like, completely changed my life. I mean, I still drive the same car. I mean, I'm not totally rich or anything, and I love my car. But, you know that. Just my best advice about doing all that is just to be, you know, respectful, loving, kind, be the being you are, be the being of light you are, you know, and it's this certain loop that I was consenting to just stay in over there. And with one, it's just like the song I played yesterday about ebony eyes, you know, see the woman in the corner, I want to take the chains off of you. It's like you, your higher self, looking at yourself, you know, witnessing what you're doing, and me wanting to take the chains off. And it's like, well, you have to start somewhere. And the first step for me was divorce, you know, in a respectful, thoughtful, loving way. I mean, there's choices I made that are beneficial, that keeps the family together, that keeps the house there. I'm not walking away with a ton of dough. No, I get it. I get it. I get it. We call them the green energies, the money. It's not all about that. It's not all about that. It's about having my time. It's about being timeless. Timeful. Actually, I like that better. It's being timeful. Heartful, timeful, thoughtful, careful, helpful, full. It's about being full. Wow, I'm really changing the language here. It's love lipos. It's being full. And it's merging. Yeah. A lot of great people out there. You're all great people. God love you and Godspeed. Kidding. So one real quick thing about Christmas. So I have this big picture that, you know, there's so much abundance here that you literally drive down the road and stuff is outside in front of people's houses that you can just, that they're giving away. Literally. And I think you just need to open your eyes in your own neighborhood and see that, you know, that refrigerator you need is like right there. Someone just wants to get rid of this refrigerator. They don't care. You know, they put a sticker on it. They got a town coming. They got to spend $15 or whatever. And you're like, hey, I can get my cousin Jerry to put that on his truck and bring it to my house. And then I got my new fridge. It doesn't have to be new. New meaning it's a new acquisition. You know, it's something that you didn't have before. Not brand new, you know, from the store. You know, there's certain things you got to get brand new, or it's best to get brand new, but I don't need to go into that. But just driving down the road, looking at, you know, what's going on out there, and, you know, looking at Craigslist or looking at all these other different apps and things like that. There's a lot of stuff out there that people are so generous. People are in abundance. And people are starting to share their abundance. People are starting to realize that, you know what? Even here, oh my God, what do you call those things? All right, so it's a green little thing with wheels, and you put like stuff for the lawn in it, and you walk it, and it like spreads the spreader. I think that's what it's called. There are 4 spreaders here. Why do you need 4 spreaders? 4 spreaders? Please. If you can read minds, you know what I just said. Anyhow. So it's time to, you know, we all need to do it. Maybe it's our pre-spring cleaning. Pre. Maybe it's just they call it spring cleaning because people want to like clean out their garages and their extra rooms and their storage bin things, whatever. Like, why are you storing that stuff? Why are people paying rent to store stuff they don't even use? Think of how you're going to free yourself. You know, and I even described that yesterday. I said I had a doctor's appointment. I talked to my doctor about it and how I walked out on my job. I still have another job. I said, you know what? If I had a glass full of all the stuff I'm doing, I just emptied it a little bit so I can put something else in there. Oh yeah, back to Merry Christmas. All right, so I have this picture that I found. And it's just the words Merry Christmas. And, you know, it's nice. It's about, my gosh, it's like 3 feet wide and like 2 feet tall. It's like really big, and it's on the wall in the kitchen. Yep. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Oh, sorry, it's really not that big. Let me just take this personal picture down. Oh, okay. Yep, that'll be fine. All right. So it's on like one of these racks that you put plants on, and in it, I put like these Post-it notes, and it looks like some of them fell. And you're going to see the bar in front of it that's holding it up. Okay, here we go. So that's a card on there too. So that's a card, and then that's a Post-it note. So what I was noticing, where it says, behind it says Merry, and then it says Christmas. What I was noticing was, if you cover the RRY, it says me, like meaning yourself. And then you cover the Mass, it says me, Christ. Click. Do you get it? Think of all the times you ever hear anybody say Mary. You ever hear anybody use the word Mary for anything else? Mary is the word made and written. My gosh, it's so white out right now. Made and written for putting Christmas in front of it. So, me, Christ. Look for Christ inside you. Christ has done so much for us. Christ is doing so much for us. Christ has done so much for us. I'm doing absolutely nothing with my phone. It's just whatever it's doing out there, it's doing out there. So what I'm doing is I'm looking right at the camera on my phone. And in the periphery of my vision, I can see what's going on. Look, it's kind of like going with the light. Yeah, like a heartbeat. But I'm looking at you and I'm watching with a periphery. Over there, I thought I saw Donnie. I wanted Donnie to come in. Or it's a person. The door made a noise, and I don't think there's anybody there. It made my heart jump. Wow. There's nobody there. And there's snow, and I get to see if there's footsteps. Maybe it's Loki. ClearBlueJay, I'm looking forward to more about Loki. Do not change what you're going to perform. Do not change your lessons, how you already envision how you're going to do it, because of my input right now. Don't. Please stay true to your message. You could talk to me like off to the side or whatever, but Lone Eagle's on. Lone Eagle's on. He's live right now. Oh, it's 11:11 on, that's weird. On the 8th of January. I thought it was the 9th. I saw earlier. It said the 9th, I swear to God. All right, anyway. So I'm going to go check out the door. I'm sure there's nothing there. And I'll do a video if there was, or something's there, blah, blah, blah. And I also have another video I'll do with the hair stuff. And the link about telling you how you can dye your hair with natural products. And my hair ain't doing it. But what it did do, I guess it like took off extra stuff that my hair had on it. Because I saw like brown stuff coming out. So it's truly the cleanest it's going to be with berries. So, so meet Christ. Who are you? Who are you? Don't let anyone answer who you are. Don't let anybody answer who you are. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let those voices from the past tell you who you are. Right now, this now, you are who you are because of who you believe you are. If you believe there's some sort of programming about something you did back when, let go. Rawr. Rawr. Do whatever you want. Carry it. Tuck it in. Put it on your shoulder. You know what you need to do. The dark needs the light. The light needs the dark. merged. Curiosity did not kill the cat. Curiosity made the cat smarter and more curious. Have a great day. Yay! I want to go check out, see what that noise was. I'm so glad I think we caught it on video. Yay!